Hello, I am back and this is my February roundup, not only of the sewing items but of all the creative things that I have done in February. Hello guys, so here we are again, and I said when I did this for the first time in January that it's really partly a self-diary thing, but also, you know, taking you along for the ride. Just a log of all the creative things that I've done this month, so that if I get in one of those rubbish moods, which is quite common for me, I have proof to prove myself wrong. So the first thing is I've done 4 garments for myself. I've made a pair of trousers, I've made a dress, I've made a skirt, and I've made a pair of leggings. And I'm not really going to talk about those because I put a video up a few days ago, and if you want to see those, you are very welcome. You can hop over there and have a look at those in detail. The second thing is what I'm wearing. If you've been following my videos, I love doing that, you will know that I've been knitting this probably since about January. A couple of months, and that's actually fastish for me for a jumper, but this is finished. I finished it, so I am super pleased with this jumper. Would you like to know how much wool I had left when I finished? Well, I wanted to show you and I've lost it. It was about 4 pieces that long. Yeah, talk about getting my money's worth. There's definitely none left over. I even had to, I wanted the cuffs to be deeper, and I could go back, and yet they are different lengths. This one's shorter than this one. I can't remember which one I did first, but basically I had to undo the one I did first. It was a lot deeper, it was about double, but I ran out of wool, and I was like, this close. I wasn't going to spend another, it was about £13 for another hank of wool, wasn't going to go there, so I had to undo. Luckily, normally I knit sleeves too short because I get bored, but luckily I didn't do that this time. They've got this lovely cowl neck, it's got nice long sleeves all the way down to the end of my arms. Good length. It's got this nice detail of a stitch. So this is the purl side of the pattern, and it's a knit stitch underneath the arms all the way. And interesting fact for you, do you know why knitting curls? So this pattern takes advantage of the fact that knitting curls at the edges. Do you know why that happens? Maybe you do. But the reason is that actually purl stitches take just slightly more yarn than a knit stitch. So when you do a knit purl and you get all the purls on this side and all the knits on the other side, because the purl side is ever so slightly longer and the knit side is ever so slightly shorter over a long period, it curls up. You can obviously you can block it out, but it often curls anyway, and that's why a pattern will very often have a ribbed edge or a cord edge, even if in a design terms you want it to be plain, because otherwise it will curl. This pattern takes advantage of it, because you wear it purl side out and you get a lovely curl. So I'm really pleased I've done that. I love this. It's exactly what I wanted it to turn out to be. I think I might go on and straight away start knitting another one, but short sleeves this time because I'm chicken. I don't know, but anyway, this is not about the future, this is about what I've done in February. I'm looking down at my list. We did some stuff in the garden, not too much because a lot of February's been flipping cold, but we tidied up the vegetable patch, which was really nice to get it done and cover up the soil, so I did do that. I did, is it creative? I don't know, I put it in my list. I've painted some of the woodwork in one of my son's bedrooms, and one of these fine days I'm going to give you a tour of the rooms that I've decorated around the house, if you bothered. If you absolutely hate that idea, please tell me in your droves, but otherwise you're going to get it. I did some woodwork painting of the door and skirting boards and stuff. Not terribly exciting, but great to have it done. Kind of thing that's good when it's finished. I've done a little bit of alteration for somebody, making some trousers fit, and in exchange for that I'm going to be able to buy some new fabric, which is exciting. That's what made it worth it. I have been buying lots of fabric samples, so I've spent hours this month by looking at samples and trying out a few different websites for their sample service, and there's going to be a video coming up about that in the next few weeks, and also a decision about what I'm going to buy. because I've definitely given it a lot of coats of looking at. I'm going to put vlogging on my list because I've been quite pleased with myself how much I've been keeping up with it, and I think you guys have been pleased with it too, because I've had some really great feedback. And it is a creative process, isn't it, this video stuff and talking to myself in my craft room. Yes, and then the last thing, which in the last few days has basically taken over my life. World Book Day. I've done it before. I did videos last year, and basically I spent so much energy on doing stuff last year that I didn't do any sewing for quite a few months afterwards. I just killed myself over it. It was ridiculous. And I've done it again, but I'm slightly less stressed out this year. The conversation began with, of course, school tell us really late that they're going to do something, although I should know better, but I hoped they wouldn't. But they did. They said yes, costumes on World Book Day, which is on the 1st of March. And so school told us really late. We had less than 2 weeks notice, and the conversation went, please, can you choose simple costumes this year? My oldest child obliged and said, yes, I'll wear the same one as last year, which is great because that was the one that nearly killed me to make it last year. It's a Newt's Commander costume, and I'll link to the video of it if you are interested. The youngest one spent about 5 minutes thinking, and then an hour in inconsolable tears. When he stopped sobbing enough to speak, he said, I wanted to be the BFG and you won't let me. So I caved and I said yes. And then he did me a picture. And he said, so I said, can you draw me a picture of what you want the costume to be? And he said, well, Mummy, you only need to make some faded green trousers and a brown waistcoat and some ears and a suitcase and a trumpet, and if you've got time, a cloak. Yeah, that's all I need to make. So I have made a waistcoat, some trousers, some ears, a suitcase, a trumpet, and I didn't make a cloak because we had one. I'm going to insert some video here and he can tell you all about his costume. Felix, who are you going to be for World Book Day?
The BFG.
Tell us about your costume then. What do you have?
I have ears, and I have the cloak, and underneath I have his clothes that he wears when he is doing dream blowing, and there's a trumpet, but there's nothing in the trumpet, so rattly rattly. And three labels. Read the label.
Why don't you read out what the label says?
Well, this one says, I is climbing Mount Everest is my pussycat for company, and the BFG doesn't know much, so it's weird.
The BFG what?
He doesn't know much about writing, so
yeah,
it might sound a bit weird.
Yeah, you know how to write properly, don't you? But you copied that from the book because it's one of the real dreams that the BFG uses. And
this one's longer, very long. It says, today I is sitting in class and I discovered that if I is staring very hard at my teacher in a special way, I is able to put her to sleep. So I keep staring at her and she falls asleep, and the head teacher walks in and I put her to sleep as well.
And you did me a drawing, didn't you, of what you wanted your costume to be like. Which bits have we made together?
We made that together.
We made the case.
We made this together.
Yeah.
I did some painting.
Step backwards just a tiny bit.
In there, it's painting as well.
Yeah, you painted all of that, didn't you?
Well, not the bottom.
Okay, I painted the
up to
tube.
there.
Yeah. And then, which bits have I made?
You've made this.
The trousers.
This. But not this, because we're going to go into a shop and pick up a shirt that it doesn't have a colour because he doesn't have a colour.
Yeah. Are you pleased with your costume?
Yeah.
Do you think you look awesome?
Yeah.
So do I. So that was a huge creative effort right at the end of the month, but it is done. He looks amazing and I am proud of it. Yeah, so I didn't enjoy the process. I'm a really, really, really selfish sewer. I am learning this about myself more and more. I love the boys when they wear stuff I have made. They look super cute. But in the process of doing it, oh my goodness, do I get grumpy. Yeah. Yeah. I should be a selfless, ever-loving mother, shouldn't I? But that's not how it goes. It's just like, I want to be doing stuff for me. So on that lovely note, I will leave you. Make of that what you will. But that is all the creative things I've done in February, and I'll be back next week with another vlog. Vlogs on Tuesday and Saturday from me at the moment. I have been really consistent recently, so look out for them. Like, subscribe, notification button, you know what to do, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.